Before the sun had risen, Salhuta lay awake listening to the birds singing outside. He wondered what they were singing about when suddenly an idea came to him. "I know! I'll surprise Father. I'll catch some fish, build a fire, and make breakfast all by myself." Quietly, he slipped past the sleeping king and Bruandi, grabbed a fishing spear, and headed towards the shore. "I can't remember the way to the lagoon," he said to himself. "I'll just find a good place by the sea." As he walked, the dawn began to break. Red and golden clouds stretched across the horizon, while the calm sea reflected the growing light. Salhuta stopped to admire the beautiful sunrise. "It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen," he whispered. Then he remembered his mission. Time to fish! Soon he spotted a small cove beyond some rocks. Running toward it, he slipped and scraped his knee. Ouch! Wiping away the blood, he stood up proudly. "Come on, Salhuta, you're a man now." At the cove, the water was crystal clear. Fish swam beneath the surface. "Father is going to be so proud of me." He aimed carefully and threw his spear. Splash! His first fish! Excited, Salhuta jumped into the shallow water to retrieve it. Returning to his spot, he tried again. This time he missed. As he stepped forward to collect the spear, something sharp stabbed his foot. Ah! The pain was unbearable. A strange creature that looked like a rock darted away beneath the water. His foot began swelling immediately. Unable to stand, Salhuta fell backward, striking his head on the rocks. Everything went black. Back at camp, the king awoke and noticed his son was missing. "Salhuta!" he shouted. Bruandi, Tulata, and Kalama quickly joined the search. The king and Bruandi headed one way, while Tulata and Kalama searched another. Suddenly Tulata pointed toward the sea. "Here! There's someone in the water!" The king raced forward. It was Salhuta. Together they carried him onto the shore. His leg was badly swollen. Tulata examined the wound. "A stonefish," she said grimly. "Its venom is deadly." She tied a belt tightly around his leg. "We need hot water, quickly!" The king ran for water while Bruandi built a fire. Kalama hurried back to camp and returned with Dr. Mulan's medical bag. Searching through it, Tulata found acetic acid and began treating the wound. When the king returned, she soaked bandages in hot water, applied the medicine, and wrapped the injury. Then they carried Salhuta back to camp. "Now we wait and pray," Tulata said. The king never left his son's side. All day and all night he held Salhuta's hand and prayed. Tulata and Kalama tended the wound, while Bruandi kept the fire burning and the water hot. The prince burned with fever and drifted through troubled dreams. Finally, just before sunrise, the fever began to fade. Tulata smiled. "I think we may be past the worst, Your Majesty." As the sun rose, Salhuta slowly opened his eyes. "He's awake!" cried the king. He leaned close. "How do you feel, son?" Salhuta blinked and whispered, "Father, I've seen May." The king's eyes widened. "What? She's alive." Silence fell across the camp. "How do you know?" "I saw her," Salhuta said weakly. "She's with Nanani, and she's alive and well." For the first time in many days, hope returned to the king's heart.